Do you ever see a movie that just hits you in the core, and you're not quite sure how you feel about it for a minute, but you can't stop thinking about it? That's kind of how I Saw the Devil got me. I hadn't seen this movie. They talked about it over on another YouTube channel. I'll put that link in the description. We'll talk about it in a minute. Let me just say, I Saw the Devil from 2010 is so good. It got to me. So I had to kind of break it down and chew on it a little bit. Now I'm going to share with you my thoughts right now. All right, I Saw the Devil 2010, a action thriller, tense suspense film that the trailer spoils so much of what makes this film work, and that is this whole setup where he's trying to figure out what's actually going on, even though you in the audience, you know more than the main character does. But this is just one of these films that I can't say enough great things about. Choi Min-sik is fantastic as the lead actor along Byung-hun, who most recently is in the new season of Squid Game, but from like G.I. Joe and stuff like that. And if you liked Old Boy, this is the movie for you. It's this mystery, suspense, thriller, serial killer film. It's off kilter, it's strange, and it's odd, but which is Cannoli Sasquatch's Monday show. They do this great rewatch, and they selected this film, and I hadn't watched it. They talked about it, and I kind of got into it, and then I kind of chewed on it for a while. I couldn't stop thinking about it because it's just disturbing and odd enough with so many different layers that it just kind of makes you think. All right, so unlike the whole trailer here, I won't spoil everything for you, but it kind of starts off with this very disturbing, odd situation with a girl that gets stranded on the side of the road, and then there's like a school bus that comes alongside. And of course, it's not going to go well, it's going to end well because you're watching that kind of movie. And that's all fine, well and good, but it's shocking, it's disturbing, it's also raw and gritty. I hated that they showed as much as they did in the trailer. I think it does a really good job of giving you a visceral reaction and kind of scaring you to death, like what would actually happen to you. But in hindsight, what really is interesting is you sort of like chose the wrong victim, right? This guy, he he's a guy you don't want to mess with. He's a guy who's also not only trained in all of this, he's not only part of like their intelligence community, he is also just a dude who won't let things go. Like he just is not going to let things go. And losing his fiancé and all that just breaks him to his core. And then he ends up on like it's a cat and mouse figuring out the first phase is figuring out actually what's going on. So you get brief sort of like suspect track down training. He's just kind of going through the motions of figuring out what he's going to do to find different people. Have you seen this one? Have you seen that one? What will he do? What will he not do faced with evil? And it's just a very interesting evolution into a character who is out for revenge. And again, the trailer gives you almost like too much information, but I don't want to spoil kind of the twist of the movie is many people talk about revenge and getting revenge and avenging a crime that has touched your family so much. And this film kind of turns that on its head. So I'm going to head more into spoilery type stuff, at least what this main twist is. 'Cause I think if you don't know this is coming, it makes this movie even more dark and disturbing. All right, so as I said, when the main character Jang Jang's got his upper hand, he has his chance to actually kill this monster. He says, "No, your nightmare's only going to get worse." So he doesn't do him in. He does things that will now make him suffer, and it becomes a cat and mouse game. Like you are so many times. I don't even know. Are you cheering? Who are you cheering for? Like it just becomes like odd that you're catching yourself cheering for the person to get killed. Like it's so brilliantly done because it is as though you are finding someone who is literally tormenting a Hannibal Lecter, right? Imagine like that caliber of like the serial killer, the person that has gotten away with it and he's done something so heinous and evil to someone that it's triggered an intelligence alien, a sort of like Liam Neeson from Taken caliber person. But instead of just tracking you down and eliminating you, tracking you down and then torturing you to feel some pain to help that person at least deal with their own pain. Unlike movies here in America, this film does not hold back. It does things so gritty and gruesome that you flinch, you cringe with the characters. You're just oh, unflinching. Yeah, literally. That pun was not intended. It is the kind of thing that you can't look away. You can't believe you're watching. And just like I said in the beginning, it just sticks with you. It just literally gets you in every way because it's so raw, it's violent, it's intense. Everything about this movie is just phenomenal. I really just can't wait to watch it again. This is another Korean film that just wowed me. I mean, Old Boy I felt was just fantastic, but also kind of a one and done for me. I can't see myself really wanting to watch it again. It's kind of that off disturbing element. I will not be opposed to watching it again, and I would assume within, like, a few years, I'll sit down, I'll watch it again, we'll do another video, or I'll join a stream and we'll talk about it. I Saw the Devil is more like Silence of the Lambs. It feels like a film that you can go back to regularly, enjoy, pick up on new things, and that this film has sort of like how do I describe this? Sort of even like low numbers from audiences and critics. Like I feel like there's something that even audiences and critics can't get with just the one viewing. And it needs time to breathe and really disturb you more and for you to realize how disturbed you really are by this film. So I Saw the Devil 2010. What a great pick, a very underrated film, possibly on that illustrious, most underrated of all time list, which kind of like an ever growing list in a lot of ways. There's so many great films that no one talks about, and this would be one of those, in large part because it's a foreign film, but more so because I just don't think anybody has seen it. That's my general take on it. If you've seen this, I would love to hear your thoughts and feedback on it. This is an odd one. It's a strange one. Yes, I know, but I'd love to hear your thoughts because that cat and mouse thing gets so odd and strange and disturbing. You see elements that are out of your norm. You just can't ever feel comfortable in this universe that you're playing in. And then as it's sort of wrapping, you don't know if you want more or don't. You like just everything about this film works perfectly. Love to hear your thoughts, and I'll talk to you soon. I am Pops.